Good morning, party people. Brooklyn here. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh, she's huge. It is 8:00 something on Friday, December 28th. I am in downtown Toronto. I'm parked at a random gas station. I think I'm breaking the law by being here, but there is no traffic, so I am here insanely early. Kallie is still in the sky, so I figured I would take some time to update y'all on what's going on, why I'm in downtown Toronto on a Friday morning at 8 in the morning, and what's going on. So as you know, Kallie, or maybe you don't know, I don't know if Kallie's updated the internet, but as you may know, Kallie has moved to Canada. She lives with me now. We are best friends. I think people know that by now. I think people just know we're best friends. Unless you follow us on Instagram, it's very obvious that we're besties. But we were long distance friends for a really long time. Kallie lived in Virginia and I lived in Canada, and so we were doing this whole long distance friendship thing. And let me tell you, it was garbage. It was not for the faint of heart. We did so much traveling, and so we spent so much money and time and energy just trying to hang out with one another, and never again, my friends. I'm telling you, never again. Kallie moved here December 2nd to December 2, and it has been rad, but she had to go back to the States for Christmas holidays to be with her family, which was really cool, but was really hard for me because we went back to being long distance friends for a week. All of that to say, I'm picking Kallie back up from her time in the States. It's weird because I can't say she went home for Christmas because she doesn't live there anymore. She lives here. So she went back to the States to be with her family for Christmas holidays, and I'm picking her up from the airport, but I'm super early because there was absolutely no traffic. So I figured I would just, I don't know, tell you some things. I don't know. I'm just waiting in a gas station parking lot. So I don't know. What do you do when you're just waiting? You talk to the internet. That's what you do. Yep. This lighting is terrible because it's overcast and raining in Toronto, so don't mind me. And I'm in Kallie's car, whose name is Caroline, and I'm just chilling. I'm hanging out. I had to pause the video because, believe it or not, holding up my phone like this, it hurts the arm. Professional vloggers, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you hold up your things for so long. I know you use like tools and things, but like, I'm not a professional, so there's that. What are Kallie and I learning this week in our friendship? One, you don't have to be in a long distance friendship to know that being away from your best friend is really hard. I think the longest Kallie and I ever spent apart was something like 80 something days, which is almost 3 months. That was not fun, let me tell you. Imagine spending 3 months apart from your best friend. Just imagine it. Let's spend a moment. I hope Kallie can insert a thought bubble right here. Now that we live together, it's much harder to be apart because we're just used to being in each other's lives every day. So spending a week apart this past week was actually, I think, more difficult than spending 80 something days apart because now we're used to hanging out together and just being in each other's lives every single day. This past week has not been fun for pretty much either of us, but it's Friday morning. I'm in Toronto. Kallie's gonna be here. She's probably still in the sky. Kallie, if you're in the sky, hope your flight's going well. What we're learning is, I lost it. I lost my train of thought because I was just talking about how hard long distance friendship is. Oh yes, and something feels off. Something feels not right. Your world feels not right for when you're apart from a person. Married people, if you're watching this, you probably know what it's like to be away from your significant other for that long. Sorry, this guy is looking at me like, what is this woman doing? I'm telling the internet about my friendship, sir, so just chill out. He's really staring at me. He's like, the dude's napping. I aspire to be like this guy who's just napping in his vehicle. Why though? Why is he napping? Because it's 8 a.m. He just woke up, probably. As I was saying, something just feels off. Something doesn't feel right. Something feels just not proper when you're apart from someone that you just want to hang out with constantly. And because Kallie and I are running a business together, it's even more difficult. Like, we went back to FaceTime planning and cultivating things over FaceTime, and let me tell you, FaceTime, you need to get it together because this lagging FaceTime call business is not our portion. No. I swear, it's like FaceTime was created for people like us, and yet it lags. Can somebody just post in the comments that they understand the difficulties with FaceTime lagging? Please, just comment below, please. I feel like this is just like tangents at this point, but I don't know, Kallie likes tangents, so she'll enjoy this. The Toronto squirrels are huge. Wow. If you have the luxury, because let me tell you, it's a luxury, of being with your best friend every day, or being with your significant other every day, can you just for a second cherish that for me? Look at that person and say, hey person, I'm so thankful I get to be in your life every single day with practically little effort because we live in the same place. Can you just do that for me? That would mean a lot to us long distance people. Well, we're not long distance anymore, but when we have to be for a little time being, it sucks. And it brings us back to the time where we were long distance for a lot longer than this. Just gonna call you people out. When you are with your person who you get to be with on a regular basis, for the love of goodness and all things holy, can you put your phones down, please? When I pick up Kallie from the airport, I'm gonna make a part 2 to this. Can we just for a minute talk about, okay, nothing drives me slightly more crazy just than when I go to a restaurant with people, or just go to a restaurant in general, and see people on their phones when they're with people who they should not be on their phones in front of. I'm gonna get Kallie to input her life on this when she's gonna be right here when I pick her up. All I'm asking for you is when you're with a person who you get to see every day, one way you can cherish them is by not being on your phone when you're with them. I'm not saying that you can't pick up your phone if your work is texting you or like, you know, but I once saw a woman and a man at dinner together, and the woman was sitting there, woman, just staring at the man be on his phone. It just goes to show that if you don't cherish your people well, they can tell because you'll be on your phone with them. You'll be on your phone when you're supposed to be at dinner with them or hanging out with them. Kallie and I are practically never on our phones when we're together because we cherish each other well and we're used to not being together, so we cherish every moment that we have together, even though we live together now. To all the other people who are trying to contact us and we just never respond, that is why we are cherishing each other well. So don't hate us for that. Please, please people, do not be on your phone excessively when you're in the company of people who you love. That's just our Friday tips for you. I'm gonna go, well, Kallie's still in the sky, so there's that. So I'm just gonna see you when I pick her up, I guess. I don't know how this talking to the internet thing works, but I love you all. I will see you when I have Kallie. Update, I still don't have Kallie. Guys, I don't know where she is. For all I know, she could still be in DC. So stay tuned, friends. Kallie could be potentially lost in Canada. I just got a text. She's alive and well, people. Okay, I am not enjoying this experience. I've had to go around the airport twice now because apparently I keep going and waiting in the wrong spot and Kallie's not here yet. This is so much more difficult than it has to be. And the security lady is a very nice Canadian and she just keeps laughing at me because I'm going to the wrong spot. We're gonna get Kallie and everything's gonna be fine, and then I can leave Toronto because Toronto's so complicated. I'm struggling. Can we just for a moment, because I'm still waiting for Kallie, talk about the culture around airport outfits? There's a woman straight dressed like she's going to see the Queen of England. Homegirl is in a bougie dress wearing high heels couture, and I'm like, no. Why? Like, that's not comfortable and her legs are gonna be cold. Then there's Kallie who wears sweatpants. Well, actually I think she wears 2 pairs of pants because she has to bring clothes on her person. Still waiting. Still don't have Kallie, but she's closer, so that's good. And I'm increasingly becoming more hungry, so that's a struggle. We're gonna make it, my friends. We're gonna make it.
Hi everybody, I'm back from the States. This one is such a trooper. She waited for me and she got up bright and early to come and get me. I had a good flight, but I'm back home now forever. Well, until spring.
Yes. Update, friends. I have Kallie. So you'll notice from the last series of videos that I was not having a good time. But the good news is we found her, and that's good.
Yeah.
Was not having a good experience trying to get her. The security guard just kept laughing at me. But we have her. Okay,
Yeah.
and to continue on, Kallie has no context for my previous vlogs, so we're just gonna fill her in on what we were talking about. We were talking about how to cherish your loved ones well, which means not texting while you're with them.
Yes.
Thoughts? Car
Because
interview.
I think it's just when you recognize the value of a person right in front of you, nothing more important than being with that person, especially when you've been long distance for like a couple years. You want to make up for lost time, if you know what I mean.
See
And
how we
so-
said the same thing, and she wasn't even here.
Exactly. We have twin telepathy, even though we're not twins.
True.
I just want to say I love Brooklyn, and the last thing I want to do is be on my phone when I'm with her. Like, I could get rid of my phone today. I could throw it into that
Whatever
lake,
that lake is.
that water over
We
there,
still don't know what it is.
and just be fine. It's because she's so important to me. We will forever appreciate each other, and we will always call you out when you're being on your phone.
Side note, do you know where we're going? Is your GPS on?
700 meters, Gardiner Expressway West.
Update, I think you need new windshield wipers.
You're so right. If she can't see with glasses, then I don't know what my vision's like.
Excuse me, my glasses are crispy clear. Your window, on the other hand, is not.
I apologize.
It's all good.
Talk soon. Love you, Bean. Thank you for coming.
Mood. Tell them where we are.
We're in Limoncello in Hamilton. We're having breakfast, and then we're gonna explore.